right, you guys. Welcome to the first podcast, the first episode, the first show. As of right now, I don't have a name for this podcast. It's basically a place for me to share my mindset, to get things off my chest. Every day, every week, every month, I'm learning new things and I'm growing. And I mean, shit, I'm 34 today, as of today. So like today's not my birthday. Over the last, almost damn near 2 decades, I've been posting a lot of content, sharing specific skills, right? So it's like helping people make beats, helping people shoot videos, helping people, promote music, different like skills that go along with services. And with this podcast, it's more of a mindset, like helping people grow as a person. And so this is going to be the platform where I talk about my personal growth, things that I'm learning. It seems like every week there's like a new lesson or a new like light bulb goes off. I'm like, oh wow, like that makes so much sense. And then there's like, the people in my small circle that I share things that I learn, and I'm sharing these things that I've learned with the people in my circle and, helping them. And it's like, man, I want to turn the camera on and share the things that I'm learning with just, World Wide Web. That way the message is out there. It can be discovered at any point, at any time. And so this show is going to be sponsored by the shirt right here, World Legacy Clothing. So World Legacy Clothing, I'm a co-owner. Shout out to my best friend Dylan. Me and him started this together about 10 plus years ago. Always been, motivated, inspired, want more out of life. And so when it came to starting a clothing brand, it's like, let's start something that people feel proud to wear. It's not, it represents my thought process. Like legacy is technically, when we're all dead and gone, that's what we leave behind. Like legacy, it could be memories, it could be thoughts, it could be, just, what did this person do while he was here? And so legacy is very important to me. It's very important to Dylan and World Legacy Clothing. For anyone tuning in, you can use coupon code CRACK to save 10% off, and it's worldlegacyclothing.com. The plan as of now is World Legacy is going to be a sponsor of all these episodes, but stay to the end. I really think that you guys will find some value out of these, So the topic of today's show is going to be growth. Another reason why I'm doing this show is, over the years with being comfortable on camera, like I'm very shy, I'm very introverted, but I realized a long time ago that doing the comfortable things will only, won't unlock the type of life that I want, won't give me the results that I want, the results that I'm after. And so, I just forced myself to turn on this damn camera and just start talking to it. And so you might be watching this right now and thinking about like, I know I should be doing content. I know I should be doing this and that. Or, like when I talk to people, like my friends, when it comes to like this topic or that topic, like, man, I could just talk all day about it. And it's like, you should unlock that. Give yourself a platform. Give yourself a place to where when it comes to that topic, like you're the authority. I'm not talking about sports. I'm not talking about a lot of different things. I'm only talking about the things that I know and that are true to me. So I'm very comfortable talking about the things that I talk about because I only talk about what I know. So let's keep talking about growth. This is probably going to be a little random too. It's just along with the growth. When I was talking about content, right? Throughout the years, I would film a video and take hours to film a video that's like 5 to 10 minutes long. And so with this podcast, I'm like, you know what? Back to growth. I want to continue to grow, and content shouldn't take me as long as it's taken me. So you know what? I'm going to approach this podcast as there's no editing. I can't cut shit out. I'm going to leave it as it is, and it's going to force me to grow. It's making myself very uncomfortable knowing that I can't edit this. But that's something that I invite and challenge you to do, is do things that are uncomfortable, right? You got to make yourself vulnerable. So with opening up, I'm big on like, I feel like people should get way more credit. Like we should applaud courage more, right? I think people applaud getting results from doing things. They applaud that, right? But think about all the other people that, battled these thoughts in their head, right? It's like you got the angel on one shoulder telling you all the things that you should do and the devil on the other shoulder. It's like, don't do these things. And it's like you're constantly battling these positive thoughts, these negative thoughts. And when you like build up the courage to actually put yourself out there and be vulnerable, that alone should be applauded. And that's something that I do with my daughter. So my daughter Maya, she's 10. And right now, like TikTok is the thing. So her and all of her friends are on TikTok, and Maya has a public page where she does this game called Toka or something. It's like building houses. If you're like my age and you remember The Sims, where you like build a house and design it how you want, and you create a person and do all those things. It's kind of like that, but the 2022 version of it. So she has a public page, and she was telling me how she was like, Dad, I went live the other day, and I think she said at one point there was like hundreds or thousands of people that had like viewed her live. And I was like, are you proud that you went live? So I'm trying to train her to get her mind not stuck on like the vanity metric, like the numbers, like, oh, there was 2,000 views on it. It's like, well, you should be happy that you went live, like the things that you have control of, like going live. Myself right now, like making this podcast, whether anyone hears this or not, courage. It takes courage to put yourself out there to do things that are uncomfortable. But, if you have wants out of life, you got to do things to make yourself uncomfortable, right? I have a few notes here on things that I want to make sure I say. So another one is risk, taking risks. You might be contemplating a certain move that you want to make, and you're like, man, that's a big risk. But, the old saying of like, no risk, no reward, it's so true. I also want to get to telling stories on this. And so as far as the risk, I'm going to tell you guys a story about. So as of today, my wife runs an at-home CD duplication company. Yes, CDs are still a thing. It's a great way to monetize for independent music artists, right? Like say they have 100 fans. The odds of them making, say, $1,000 from getting people to listen to their music, I think they have to get like 300,000 streams or something. It's hundreds of thousands of streams. It's crazy. Or millions of streams to like make $1,000. Or if you have 100 people and you sell them a $10 CD, you can get $1,000, right? So it's a smart way to monetize a small audience for music artists. Another quick little random plug with that is like if the artist autographs the CD, now instead of selling it for like $10, you can sell it for like $20. So that's another nice touch there. So yeah, the CD duplication company. I'm 34. When I was, I want to say about 20 or maybe 18. So if you didn't know, I used to be a rapper. And when I was a rapper, I self-taught myself all the different things that would come along the way. Like, first you need a beat. So I taught myself how to make a beat, growth, topic of this whole conversation, growth. Then I needed to record the song, right? So I had to grow my skills when it comes to learning how to record, mix and master a song. Then it was like, you had enough songs, you have an album, right? So I got to learn how to like take pictures. And so I learned photography. Then it was getting the artwork made, right? So I learned graphic design and I designed the covers. And then the next step was like some of them songs you want to shoot a video to. So I learned videography, and then I learned video editing and putting together a video and what makes a video good. So growth, you should be obsessed with continuing to grow in any and all areas of your life every single day. Every single day is like a new opportunity to grow in one category. It's like when you play the video games, here's a good analogy. Like, I feel personal growth in life, I treat life as a video game. So if you ever played like the NBA 2K or any of the 2K games, and you go into like player mode or my player mode or something like that, and you start off and you have this terrible overall, and it's like each game you get a little bit better, and you can raise your speed up a little bit, your strength up a little bit. That's my approach to life, right? So even with entrepreneurship, in the beginning, I just had an interest in doing these things, but I had no skills. And then that interest led to like, okay, being obsessed with getting better. Like, I ran into where I needed a website, so I became a website developer guy, learning how to buy domain names and learning about hosting, and then WordPress and different plugins and how to do an online e-commerce store. And then, I had the store and I wasn't making enough money, so I had to learn Facebook ads and, digital marketing. It's skill stacking. It's constant growth. I encourage everyone listening to grow. Treat life as the video game, and understand in the beginning, it's almost good the worse you are when you start, because when you see those dramatic before and after, like weight loss pictures, and you see the before picture, they might be like 300 plus pounds or whatever they are. Like, the bigger they were before, the better the after looks. And so I'm big on telling people embrace the suck, because the sooner you put yourself out there, now you have the content to show how bad you were before. And I noticed that it's a bad trait that a lot of people have, where it's like in their head, they want to wait until like they're better to start. It's like, oh, I'm not going to put my stuff out yet because I'm waiting until I'm this, or I'm waiting until I got this together. And then it's like, no, you should start it now. You should start it as soon as possible, because the longer you wait, like, you're better than what you were before. And so you want your beginning to be as bad as it possibly can be. Yeah. Let's where are we at right now? Yeah, if you guys enjoy this podcast, do me a favor and please give me a thumbs up. Screenshot this and tag me on Instagram, Cracka_Lack. I appreciate it. And then, if you want to support the Royal Legacy Clothing, it's royallegacyclothing.com. Remember, you can use coupon code CRACK to save 10% off. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And, tune in for more. I'm going to do another one of these next week. Appreciate you.